build your entire online coaching or healing business to the millions by having one signature offer. In fact, when you have the right signature offer for your audience, your growth is simple and inevitable. What's up? This is Meliss and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with the info you need to get the results you want. Because today I'm about to break down what you need in order to create your signature offer and how that will skyrocket your business simply and securely. And when you stay until the end, I'll give you an overview on how to put your signature offer together. Your signature offer is the main package that you sell and that you become known for. So you'll want to drive most of your audience towards it because when done right, your signature offer is exactly what your audience is searching for. But first, if you're new here, I'm Meliss and I'm an online marketing strategist and business growth expert to coaches and healers. My whole channel is about marketing, online business, mindset, and manifestation. Hit that subscribe button and join the family so you can grow a profitable online business. Now, let's get into it. Many of my clients come to me with several packages that they want to sell. They have offers across various price points. Sometimes this makes a lot of sense, so that you can provide services to anyone despite where they are along their transformational journey. For example, you may have a $97 offer for beginners, a $997 offer for someone who's been in your world for a while or who has a bit more experience, and a $4997 offer for people who are ready to work with you one-on-one. But if you do this before you establish your brand visibility and recognition as an expert in your niche, you confuse where you want to send people. So don't get me wrong, the value ladder is a very powerful marketing strategy that bigger businesses must have. But if you aren't at that level, you're hurting your growth potential. You're confusing your market and you have scattered focus, and that makes it really hard to scale. Understand your audience, your target market. A big part of getting clear on your signature offer and selling it is about understanding your dream clients on a really deep level. So I want you to get into their heads. This means that you know what they are thinking, you know how they're feeling, what they're worrying about, what they want to change, how they want to feel. You understand them on a really emotional level, and you know that your signature offer is not only what they want, but more importantly, it's exactly what they need right now to reach that transformation, that end result that we're always talking about. So you need to really understand who your program is for and what it is they truly desire before you can create a solution for them. So some questions to ponder are, what's your dream client's ideal vision for themselves? What results do they see happening? How do they desire to transform by working with you? What do they believe needs to change in order to get to their ideal outcome? Hey, before we continue, do me a favor and go ahead and tap that like button right now, because that lets me know that you really enjoy this content. And it makes a really huge difference, so I know to create more of these types of videos. Many thanks, I'm so grateful for you. Okay, let's hop back in. Understand their journey. You need to understand where they are coming from and where they want to go. So your signature offer is that bridge that gets them there. And how far along are they on their journey? Where do they want to go? And my question for you is this: do you already have a signature offer? And is it in line with your dream clients and their current journey? Let me know down in the comments below. Proprietary method for getting results. So you need a proprietary method. That means that it's your way of working with someone step by step. It's very different from anyone else in your industry who's doing the same thing as you. It's your method. It's proprietary. So I want you to ask yourself, why is your signature offer different? Or how is it different from all the other offers that are out there? And why is it the best? Yours needs to stand out. How does it stand out? What sets you apart? Make a list of 3 to 5 things that you can write down about your service. If you need help putting your entire signature offer together step by step, you may find my business building kit helpful called Creating a Signature Program That Sells, and I'll drop that link down in the description below. So earlier in the video, I said I would give you an overview of how to put your signature offer together. So let's hop into that right now. Here, we're gonna craft the structure. So I want you to think of this as the skeleton in your program, and then we'll fill everything in. So first, we start with delivery. So I want you to think about how you want to deliver your program. And the common options are private one-on-ones. We also have group coaching, online courses, and in-person events. Private one-on-one means that it's just you and them, and maybe you're doing an hour or a 90-minute call together consistently over a length of time. Group coaching is where you have several people together and you're coaching them, one as the instructor and several as the students. We also have online courses. This is where you're pre-recording all of the course material, and then you're sending people to the link or to the portal where they can consume that. And then in-person events could be retreats, it could be workshops, it could be big conventions, things of that nature. And of course, you can do a mixture of all of these. So think about the delivery. Next, we want to break down your proprietary method into pillars or phases or steps. So we need to think about your method here. And what are the 3 to 5 steps that someone needs to go through to get that transformation? The goal here is to remember the result. What is the result that they want to have when they walk away from your program? Do they want to feel better in their body? Do they want to relieve any childhood trauma? Maybe they want to have a better relationship with their spouse or their child or anybody. So here, we're gonna break down our proprietary method into 3 to 5 steps. So what are those steps? And you would write them down here. Next, we're gonna identify any benchmarks that your client will need to make along the way throughout their journey. So we're gonna write down benchmarks. And this could be 3 benchmarks. This could be 10 benchmarks. It really doesn't matter. But however long those benchmarks are, however many you have, that's going to help determine the length of your program. So if you only have a 3-week program, it wouldn't make sense to have 10 benchmarks. But a benchmark is a win that you expect them to have as they move throughout their journey. So this could be, if you're doing weight loss, that's always a good example. Let's say someone wants to lose 50 pounds. A benchmark might be that you're drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Or a benchmark may be that you're working out 3 times a week consistently and you've done that for 3 weeks in a row. Or maybe it's about journaling, or maybe it's about reaching that next level. So you really need to sit here and brainstorm, what are the benchmarks that people need to achieve to move on to that next step while they're going through your proprietary method. So it's possible that in step 1 here, we may have something going on that equals 3 different benchmarks. And then in step 2 here, we may have something else going on which has 2 benchmarks. And in step 3 here, we may have something else going on that has 4 benchmarks. So there you go. So there are 9 potential benchmarks throughout your program. Now this is going to be very, very different for everyone who is here listening because you have your proprietary method. So take some time and think about this. Next is communication. How are you going to communicate with your clients? It could be an email, it could be in Facebook Messenger, it could be in Zoom calls, it can be in Voxer or WhatsApp support, it could even be on the phone, and it could be in text. So how do you want to communicate with your clients? Keeping in mind that you can do more than one of these at a time. You might say between these hours and these hours, I'm available through phone. You can always call me. And between these hours and these hours, I'm available through email. It's up to you. It's your program, but something to think about. The next thing you want to think about is how are you going to teach the material? You are a teacher, even if that's not your exact job title, but you are teaching, you are explaining, you are coaching, you are healing. So you have to be able to communicate that. So how are you going to deliver the material? And the options here are you could do worksheets or workbooks. Of course, pre-recorded videos work really well. You can do live calls. That's like on Zoom or on phone call. Any activities that you want to give them to do, like do this thing, do that thing, something that's going to move them along, or any homework as well. Now, homework and activities could be synonymous, but it depends, depending on your program and the type of program you have and the goal that you are trying to reach. Now, the last thing that we want to think about here is how long it will take them to get the results. So this is basically the length of your program. And when it comes to the length of your program, I would recommend scrolling back up and looking at your method. You have 3 to 5 steps. How long does it take for each one of these steps to be completed? Is it a week? Is it a month? If you're just starting out as a coach or healer and you have no idea where to go, I would recommend having 3 steps. And in these 3 steps, having it take 1 month each. But if you've done this a long time, you might realize 3 months is too long or 3 months is not long enough. And if you have 5 steps, that might differ as well. So what I want you to put into consideration here is that if someone is brand new into your world, they've never worked with you before, they don't know who you are, they're unlikely going to want to join a program that is a year or 3 years long. I'm in a 3-year program with my coach, but I've known my coach for a really long time. So if you're just starting out and you say to someone, let's connect and be together for the next 3 years, they might say, whoa, 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 you're moving too fast. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't trust you yet to that level, and I don't know if you can help me for that long. So think about that. And if you've worked with these people again, or they've purchased things from you in the past, then it may be a reasonable next step to say, hey, let's spend a little bit more time together and get you some really good results. So that's something to think about with your method, and that comes into the length of your program. So if you're just starting out, 3 months is great. Now, I do have some clients who work with GI, they're functional medicine, and they think 6 weeks is enough, especially a few nutritionists I work with. 6 weeks is their program length. But I also have some clients who are coaches who are coaching people through really big life transformations, and they need about 6 months. So anywhere in there, I think, is a pretty good way to get moving in the right direction. But the length of your program is really important, and you want to think about the relationship that you've built so far with your client to determine how long you want it to go, and also your method and how long those benchmarks here are really going to take for them to complete. Because the worst thing you can do is say your program is 3 months long, knowing that they're not going to get that big result until 6 months later. Because then all the people in your program aren't getting the results. And then they're going to say, your program sucks. It doesn't work. So you really want to be careful that you're making the length of your program the proper length for them to get the result, which is the most important part of this. You want your clients to get results because you want to make an impact in their lives. And also, when your clients are getting results, that is a reflection of you and how you are with your service, how your service is. That's going to help with testimonials, with future sales, and also with becoming the expert in your industry and brand recognition. So we want to help them, and that will help us. The worst thing you could do is create a program that doesn't solve a problem and doesn't create a result or transformation. It's going to be really hard to sell, and people aren't going to be happy with that. So now that you know how to create your signature offer, you need to know how to market it so that people actually buy it. So go ahead and click this next video about putting together your personalized marketing strategy so that your signature offer will fly off the digital shelves. See you over there.